this entire website, the header itself is the presentation. So if you click Alt and click somewhere, you can just zoom. So and then right arrows allow you to navigate through the presentation. You can have vertical slides, you can have horizontal slides, you can have code with animations, super nice for giving those technical presentations. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I know it's been super long since I last uploaded a video, but fret not, we are back. And we are back with a bang. Now, this video is all about creating banger presentations that everybody loves. Whenever in my company I get a chance to do presentations, I make sure I use this very same framework every time and everybody loves it. Just this last Saturday, day before yesterday, we had a meetup in our office and I was going to give a presentation on agentic data management. More about that later. This presentation was created using the exact same framework that I'm going to show you. So without any further ado, let's get started. I'm going to use Windsurf here. So my usual stack is the presentations that I have ever given are written using HTML. Of course, they use a very popular HTML presentation framework called Reveal.js. This is what I'm talking about. So if I just go back to their intro slide, this entire website, the header itself is the presentation. So if you click Alt and click somewhere, you can just zoom. So and then right arrows allow you to navigate through the presentation. You can have vertical slides, you can have horizontal slides, you can have code with animations, super nice for giving those technical presentations and making sure that your viewers are always engaged. So yeah, auto animate, supports animation out of that. I mean, I don't know why would I use Google Slides or anything, because unless you're very good at using PowerPoint or something, it's much more easier to use this. So, and now, since you have powerful models like Claude 4, Claude 3.7, Gemini 2.5, you just have to point them to the docs. They're able to create very nice presentations out of the box. So this even supports Markdown. So let's do that. So I'm going to paste a prompt here, update index.html to create a nice presentation on intro to LangChain and building agents using Agent Executor. I want to include from the basics what LangChain is, what tool calling is, and I want to create a presentation using Reveal.js. Feel free to use subtle dynamic moving elements in the background using frame motion or whatever you like. You can reference the LangChain docs via LangChain Python docs, and I'm going to hit enter and hope that this works really well. I don't hit any capacity issues with Claude Sonnet, with Claude models in Windsurf. Let's see. So it's going through my index.html. See if there's nothing, so it's empty. All right. Now it's going through the documentation as well to gather up some stuff. I have disabled the plan mode. Maybe I should have tried with plan mode enabled. Maybe we can do that again. But let it do its thing. So it's just going to research some stuff. And so my usual workflow is, so whenever you are given a task to create a presentation, it's mostly about things that you have done. So what I do is I have a code repository or something. So I just open Windsurf over there. I would ask you to create a nice architecture diagram of the code. Maybe I can add something as a Markdown document, and then it can take those references and dump them down into presentation content. And then I can iterate over the presentation, changing the CSS, changing the styles, using more Reveal.js structures like fragments and so on to make the presentation more and more engaging as I feel like. So yeah. So that's the usual flow. I'm going to Google Slides, then choosing one of those boring templates and so on. I think the world has moved on from there. I open Twitter a lot of times and I see people saying, when is cursor for slides going to come and so on. This is exactly the moment cursor for slides. Okay, I understand not everybody knows about HTML or writing HTML and CSS, but this gives you a lot of flexibility. I don't know if it makes sense or not, but let's see. Let the LLM do its thing here. So it's trying to do something. Apologize for that. It seems file already exists. Okay. Now it's trying to edit the file. Let's see what kind of content it creates. Maybe should I change the LLM here and try again? Maybe try use Claude 4. Okay. We'll use Claude 4 if this doesn't work. Let's see. All right. Let's use Claude 4 for this. Continue. In the meanwhile though, while it's working, we can go to some of the things that I really, what is Lightbox is, yeah, okay. So you can view images. There's You even have, so you can have code like this. You can have math symbols present here, right? Still working on it. And there we have it. GPT 4.1 finally created a presentation. Let's go have a look at it and see what it has created. So I'm going to do accept all this, right? All right, but this seems pretty boring still. Okay, all right, it has given some code, something like what is tool calling, building agents with agent executor, define tools, and so on, agent executor, running an agent, and useful link. So pretty basic and simple presentation. Oh wow, it knows my name. Nice. All right, and we'll ask, all right, can you please use content out here? It has replaced my entire presentation. Let's see what it has done here. Giving code a brain and intro to LangChain agents. Let's make our apps think. What if your app could understand a complex request, break it down into steps, use tools to find answers, and deliver a final result? Enter LangChain, framework for building LLM-powered applications. Wow. Nice. Nice. Do one more prompt and say, edit using Windsurf here and Gemini here to ask it to add some dynamic moving elements to the background and see how it goes. Okay, so it's trying to edit the index.html file. I hope the edit becomes successful. And okay, so it has made some changes. Let's see. Giving code a brain and intro to LangChain agents. Let's make our apps think. What if your app could? Let's go. You see all the slides have a dynamically moving background. Things are not broken. Like, wow. You could even prompt further to ask it to go through slides in a different color and so on. And I've had much better results than this as well, which we have presented at many different places. But my job in this video was to give you guys an intro into how you can create amazing presentations using the LLMs, using Reveal.js, using HTML and CSS. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you did, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Until next time, bye-bye.